Hello everyone, welcome to Programming with Tej. If you're excited to learn coding, you're in the right place. Roll up your sleeves because today we are going to write our first Python code. No theory overloaded, just simple, practical coding. Before we start coding, we need to set up our machine. You need to install Visual Studio Code and you can use any IDE you like. Make sure Python is installed in your system. Before we start coding, we need to set up our machine. You can install Visual Studio Code or you can use any IDE you like. Make sure you install the Python in your system. I have added official Python download links and VS Code links in the description and in the comments. If you face any problems during the installations or setup, please comment below. I read all your comments and I will reply to you. Now open your IDE, create a new file, save it with the .py extension, for example, first underscore program. If you prefer, you can also install Jupyter extension inside VS Code and use notebook cells. Both ways are perfectly fine. Now let's write our first line of Python code. In Python, we use a inbuilt function called print to display output on the screen. Let me show you. Print, open bracket, in double quotes, write hello. I'm writing here hello. Welcome to programming with Tej. You can add anything in these double quotes and you just hit enter here, or you can click shift plus enter. After running the cell, you will see the output in the console. Hello, whatever we added in the double quotes. Hello, welcome to Programming with Tej. If you are using a Python file, just run the file, or you can use the command in the terminal, Python space the file that you have saved with .py and hit enter. Now let's print a variable, for example, any name. That name is equal to Tej, and let's print it. Print the same function that we have used here, print name. So let's run this shell. So you see this stage is printed in the console. So this is, for now you can remember, this is a name is a variable, is a container that stores the value. The print function can take text, numbers, variables, multiple values at the same time. For example, print the same function, and let me print here welcome. We are closing the double quotes here and comma and adding another one, welcome friends. Let me run this cell. You can see that welcome space friends. The Python print, the comma separated strings are separated by space. If you see, normally Python moves to a new line after printing. For example, if you see print second print statement. So if I run this cell, you can see welcome friends exclamation here. By default, the end is new line. End is equal to new line. If I run this cell, you see there is no changes because first print in with new line, and then in the next line, the next print will be executed, printed. So if I change this to a tab, so you can see a tab of 4 spaces after the first print statement. There is another special, that is separate. Separate is equal to with space. If I run this, there is no difference. Here separate is nothing but instead of comma, the separating of two strings here is replaced with space. So if I Instead of space, if I keep it here, a and if I run this cell, you can see that first print statement separated with and symbol instead of comma. Let me add a note here. By default, end is new line, separator is space is separator. Usually Python buffers output for efficiency. It waits until it has a chunk of text before sending it to the screen. If you are writing countdown timer or real-time log, the text might not appear exactly when the code runs. Setting flush equal to true, the Python pushes the text to the screen immediately. For example, if I run this cell, it shows like loading, and after 2 seconds, and done. So this statement has been printed. You don't always have to print to the console. You can redirect the output of a print statement directly into a text file using the file argument. If you see here with open, file name, read or write, or any append argument as f, print this all the text here and separated by dollar ending with a percentile and file equal to f. So whatever the file is there here. So we will talk about or we will go in depth the file opening and all the context things in the next videos, upcoming videos. For now, so in the print we can pass the file equal to f. This argument, this will instead of printing into the console, this will write to the file. So if I run this, so I will show you the file. This is the file. You don't see any text here. If I run this cell, so once this is completed, you can see the text in this one. So the same thing that was there in this code. Let's look at two very common mistakes beginners make while using print in Python. First mistake. If I run this is because Python is case sensitive. Print must always be written in lower cases. Let me run this again. If you see, this is working. If I run this gives an error because Python thinks hello is a variable. Let me keep it in double quote or single quote. Let me run this. Now it's working. Remember this rule, Python is case sensitive and text must always be inside quotes.